extra minutes.
And Brian, do you feel like a kid in a toy shop when you're coming in to a place like this?
I mean, I grew up. That's a Saturn V engine over there. Look at this. I mean, how can you not be a kid in a toy shop? I mean, these are. I grew up with the moon landings. I was 1 year old.
You were 68 and Man on the Moon was
yeah. So I wasn't very old. But this, that's a J2 engine. Yes, Saturn V. So that's one of the engines that took 5 of those on the first stage, took us to the moon.
Do you still, at your age and your knowledge, does it make, in a sense, the hair on the back of your neck stand up when you think of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think actually it's probably the greatest achievement of our civilization, because really, if you look back to the 60s, back in 62, the Americans hadn't flown an astronaut in orbit.
Yeah.
And to say within a decade we're going to take that thing, which is big, and we're going to land it on the moon and fly everybody back again. Almost impossible, but not quite. And they did it. Can you imagine plummeting through the Earth's atmosphere in that after a voyage to the moon? That
Going how
went
fast?
to the moon. Oh, it's over 10,000 miles per hour. I don't remember how fast it is actually, but it gets very hot, which is why it looks a bit battered. But it takes a lot of slowing down on the way back from the moon to get down.
But do you wish, as someone who's talked about it forever, do you wish that had been you? Do you wish you'd been saying one small step for mankind?
See, I think you'd have to, wouldn't you? If someone said, do you want to go to the moon? You'd have to go, I think. But I would definitely be scared, sat in that. Can you imagine going off for a 10-day journey or something like that, sat in that thing?
And if you went to Mars, you'd have to stay there, wouldn't you? You couldn't come back.
Well, it's an interesting point. I mean, there are proposals for one-way trips to Mars. It's a lot easier to go one way than. I was talking to someone the other day actually who said to Richard Branson, you know, they've got the Virgin Galactic thing and the other SpaceX as well, who are thinking of putting people into orbit and space tourism. And someone said, you know, can I kind of buy a one-way ticket a bit cheaper and then, you know, buy the return sometime later? It's like, well, no. But yeah, Mars. I mean, it's a big question. We could go to Mars one way very easily. One of the problems is taking all the fuel to get yourself back again.
Yeah. Would you do it if someone said to you, Brian?
No, I wouldn't go one way to Mars. I don't want to stay on Mars. I'm not that kind of person. But there are people that would, undoubtedly. I mean, I don't.
But you're not a real scientist, are you?
What? Just a one-way exploration trip? I've got plenty of stuff to do here, you know.